how's it going, everybody? Jake Young from Jake Young Music here. Video before this, we talked about my Temple Audio Duo 24. Now, as you guys can see, I've got everything that I'm using at the moment on my Duo 24, okay? So, I'll walk you through the signal chain real quick, and then we'll get to the sounds of it, okay? So, as far as the signal chain goes, I have my wah first in the signal chain. Immediately after the wah, I'm going to the Ernie Ball VP Junior. After the VP Junior, I have the tuner out on the VP Junior going to my Polytune Mini 2 from TC Electronics. From the output of my VP Junior, I'm going to the TC Electronics Mojomojo. From the Mojomojo, I'm going to the Dark Matter Distortion by TC Electronics. And then the last thing in the signal chain is the EHX Canyon. It's a great delay pedal, has a lot of cool stuff in it. I primarily use it only for one thing, and we'll talk about that here when we get to it. Last thing on the board, I have a Black Star 5-button foot switch for my amplifier. Current amplifier that I'm running for most of my gigs is my Black Star Club 40 Mark II. So, let's get into some sounds real quick. So first off, clean tone. One last thing I almost forgot to tell you guys. I am running, usually my primary is a Gibson Les Paul 2017 traditional, okay? Nothing crazy about this, just stock everything. Haven't had any issues with it. I know some people are kind of iffy about Gibsons or whatever. I was just in the right place at the right time when I bought this guitar. So don't feel like I need to justify it to anybody, but just in case, you know, you got some people that absolutely can't stand to see people play Gibsons. It's not that big of a deal, okay? This is just a guitar that I came across, felt right in the hands. I'll probably do a video on this specific guitar sometime. But yeah, just right place, right time. So whenever I'm doing this, I always have it in the middle position. Gives me a nice clean tone, really fat clean tone. But it's also extremely clear. Very articulate, little nuances of my playing come through, and that's what I really like about this guitar and amplifier, okay? Now, first pedal we're going to talk about is the EHX Canyon. I really only use it for one thing in a gigging situation. That main thing is I'm the only guitar player in the band right now. So, to fatten up my sound a little bit, I'll click this on and I'll have a little bit of slap delay. Just one little slap delay that comes right after it, so it just fattens up my sound. So most of the time, people don't even really notice it. When I won't use it is if I'm doing any kind of finger picking or a lot of double stops, you know, where I'm stopping playing for a second. I usually click that on and off periodically throughout the gig. But if it's just standard strumming or any kind of power chords, distortion, overdrive, I usually always have that on. So, the volume pedal, nothing special about the volume pedal, okay? It's just an Ernie Ball VP Junior. I love it. The way I placed it in my chain, it almost acts as a master volume, okay? When we click on some overdrives, I'll tell you guys, or I'll show you guys what I'm actually meaning by that, okay? So, I really want to talk about my Dark Matter and my Mojomojo, okay? These are my two primary pedals. I get all my dirty sounds from the Dark Matter, and the Mojomojo is for solos if I just need to boost it up and really kick it over the edge, okay? So if you guys can see from the pedal board, I'm running quite a lot of gain for the Dark Matter, and then the TC Electronics Mojomojo, I'm not running so much gain. Reason being is I'm just using it as an overdrive. So I've got it about the 9 o'clock for the gain on the Mojomojo, but the level is all the way up. So I'll give you a little bit of the Dark Matter. like I said, that's my main overdrive sound, or my main distortion sound. And if I need it for solos or anything like that, I click in the Mojomojo, and it gets me there. So I'll click in the Mojomojo for So, like I said, it just helps me have a little bit less fear when I go to hit some of those solos, okay? It just boosts me up a little bit, really kicks in that dark matter. I'm pushing it really hard, it's pushing the amp really hard, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. So, with the wah, I don't really use the wah too much. Once again, it's just one of those things just to have comfort for me if I want to do a solo, but I might not know exactly what I'm going to do. I might just, start flying around on the neck or doing whatever. I'll kick that wah in just to have a little bit of peace of mind, okay? None of the songs that we're really doing right now really call for a wah. Some of the times I do just because I'm a guitar player and I like to be flashy from time to time. And that's really what I'm using. What I do like about this wah, I'll have to look up the model. I can't remember what the model is, but it has a boost on the side and a couple other filter options on the side as well, okay? So it's an awesome wah. I'll find the link for it. I'll, probably put something in it showing you guys exactly what it is. But it's an amazing wah. It's never let me down. I've had it for quite a while. So give you guys a little bit on the wah. So, there's my wah. Like I said, nothing really special. It's just a standard wah. It's good to go. Last thing we're going to talk about is the actual Black Star switch. Okay, so the 5-way foot switch for this Black Star is kind of just my backup in case the dark matter and my Mojomojo goes down. Okay, so the same thing. If I don't have the amplifier, I still have almost redundancy in the board. Okay, so the dark matter going into the Mojomojo, that's all I'm running with my Black Star foot switch as well. So I have a few more options, but like I said, you guys have already heard the clean tone. Now the best part about this pedal is each channel has its own voice. So that's voice 1 for the clean. Now if I click the clean again, it turns to red, and now I'm in the second voice. It's just kind of bumped up a little bit. Do a little comparison for you. So, voice 1, voice 2. So, like I said, just kind of bumps it up a little bit. It's good for clean solos and stuff like that. So next we have the overdrive, okay? So I'll click in the overdrive. This is, once again, this is if my dark matter decides to take a crap on me or the amplifier decides to take a crap on me. I've got two different overdrives or distortions that sound pretty similar, okay? So here's the distortion coming straight from the Black Star Club 40 Mark II. So, pretty similar to the way I have my dark matter set up. The only thing that I do miss with this is I need to throw that canyon in the effects loop so I can have my canyon always on, regardless of which I'm using, whether it be the amp distortion or the dark matter distortion. Like with the clean channel, the overdrive channel has two voices. So that was voice 1. Voice 2 is just like throwing the Mojomojo in front of the dark matter, okay? It's just an overdrive that's hitting that second voice, okay? So I'll start with voice 1, and we'll move on to voice 2, switch in between. So as you can see, not a whole lot going on there. It's just real simple, just like slapping an overdrive in front of your amplifier. The last two things on here, I have a boost for the Black Star. Now that boost works clean or in the distortion channel. It just boosts everything up. So if for some reason the sound guy is giving me trouble during the night, I've got something I can just make it my amp just a little bit louder for solos so I can cut through the mix. And last thing, which I think is really convenient, I can turn off the reverb on this amplifier. So if I do decide to throw a reverb pedal on that I like more than the Black Star Club 40 reverb, then I can just have that reverb always off. I'm not a big fan of reverb, so I just have a tiny little bit of reverb on right now. It's not very much, probably not even enough for you guys to notice. But if I click it off, just barely enough to, you know, kind of make my sound just a little bit more wet. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is the basic rig that I'm running right now. It's super simple. In the comments below, tell me what you guys are running right now, okay? I want to see pictures. Show me what you guys like to use on your boards, or even if you don't like to use a board at all. There's been plenty of times where I've just taken an amp and a guitar to a gig, and I've been just fine. So if that's the way you roll too, more power to you. You're a better guitar player than me. But hey, I appreciate it, guys. We'll check you on the next video.